Ladies and gentlemen, cats and kittens, boys and girls, I am Carbonor. Welcome to my channel. I hope all is warm and well in your world today. Things are pretty cool here. Pretty cool here. Pretty cool here. Do 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 do. Working on a thumbnail. Working on a thumbnail. Working on the thumbnail. Welcome to the morning daily thingy as well. Those of you who may be watching in what at whatever time or in whatever fashion you happen to be watching it. Do. Uh, no, this needs a little bit more work. It's a pretty decent thumbnail. I like it. I wanted to use this one. This is one. That's almost even. Almost. Be quiet. From when Primal and I were doing the Onslaught. I got a good picture. Hi, good morning, sir. How's it going, man? I got a good picture of his Serena and, of course, my Viesa that I kind of liked, and I was like, I'm gonna have to use that one. I'm gonna have to use that one. So today I'm using it. Today I'm using it. Okay. Are you gonna give me shit? Are you gonna give me shit? Oh, it's too big. There's no green. There's no green in it, so it should be good. All right. All right. Yeah, that's the key. Man, that's what I found when doing these thumbnails is if there's green in the fucking picture, it just takes up the file size is so much bigger. What now? What now? Hold on a second. I didn't catch all that. Hold on. Hold on a second. I gotta I gotta load up the I gotta load up the thing. I don't have it loaded yet. Let me turn it down before I hear myself talking. Doodly lee, doodly lee. Now what was it you said here? Let me see. Have you noticed the acronym for the daily morning thingy is the same as the daily morning thumbnail? TDMT? What? What? I had not noticed. Okay, let's close that. Thumbnail is complete. It's complete. Moving over. Come on. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Okay. Oh my God, excuse me. Jesus Christ. That one's. Ah, Serp says it's what I call this intro bit, the daily morning thumbnail. Ah, I see you. That's good. I like that. I could have it all, I could have it all done, but I kind of, You know, it gives a little bit of a breather. I think I've said before that if I was doing this on like OBS or one of the other, streaming softwares, that I could have like a little musical intro and shit like that, like I do for my videos and stuff like that. But because as I've said many times before, I do this all on the PlayStation 5. I do not have such capabilities, unfortunately. I wish. One day, though, God damn it, one day. And of course, this is every other Thursday, so it'll be an hour short the show today because I have to go do my check, get my check cashed, as I've also said many times before, because I work for one of the last companies in the fucking world that what is happening here? That's not right. What are you doing? Did I go to the wrong? Oh, I went to the video clips. Durr. But one of the last places in the fucking world that doesn't have direct deposit. I cannot. There's got to be some kind of financial reason that a place doesn't have direct deposit, like keeping the money in your fucking your corporate account for like 1 or 2 extra days provides you with X amount again at the end of the year or some shit. There's some kind of fucking financial reason, I'm sure, behind why it is the dude that owns the place does it like that and refuses to catch up with the times. Because I can't imagine. It's just so much because it's especially a pain in the ass on when it gets to be around Christmas. Thanksgiving and Christmas, because Thanksgiving is what? It's always on the last Thursday of the month, right? And guess when we get paid? It's Thursday. And guess what's closed on Thursday on Thanksgiving? Yep, the banks. So they won't give them to us early. So we end up not being able to cash our checks until like the fucking Saturday, or the next Monday. Sometimes it's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Okay, thumbnail should be up and saved. Let me. Yeah. Okay. I like that one. I like that one. Couple nice asses. Sir says, "LOL, Burger Day." Yes, yes, indeed, my double bacon cheeseburger. Although one of there is a flaw now. There is a problem. Is that Sonic has changed its menu, so they don't have bacon at all for anything. There's no bacon at all in the whole fucking place. They used to have like not only did they have it on your burgers, but you could get. Serp says, "Oh yes, nice thumbnail." But you could get it for you could just get a bacon sandwich. You could just get a bacon fucking sandwich, but they don't have. Yeah, I know. Serp says, "What the fuck?" I know. That's what I said. It was my last paycheck, the last time I got paid, and I went to get one. I had noticed the time before that there was no bacon on it, and because that particular Sonic is sort of hit or miss, and it's not wouldn't have been uncommon for them to have been like forgotten the bacon. But I went back through the next time, which was the last time, and looked at the menu, and there was no bacon offered anywhere on anything, and I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, it's it's not as good as it used to be, but you know, it's still a bacon double cheeseburger. So I guess it's not the same without bacon. Serp says that should be illegal. That should absolutely be illegal. Should absolutely be illegal. And they don't carry. They used to. Sonic used to have like a massive menu. Yeah, it's pretty much the same price. Yeah, unfortunately, Serp says same price. Yeah, unfortunately, it's pretty much the same price. But they used to have like a massive menu of all sorts of shit. And one of the awesome things about Sonic is that their entire menu is available 24/7. So like, you can go at 8 o'clock in the morning, like I do, and get a bacon or a double cheeseburger. Or you could go late at night and get a fucking, a breakfast meal. I don't know what they had for breakfast because I've never eaten breakfast at Sonic. I'm not a big breakfast guy. Sometimes I'll decide to go get like a sausage biscuit from like Hardee's or McDonald's or something like that, But largely, I'm just not a breakfast guy. Like, the first thing you eat, because when you think about it, breakfast food is very heavy. I mean, it is very heavy. Biscuits and gravy, sausage, eggs, all that shit is just incredibly filling. And I just don't like to be, I guess, bogged down, like, right off the bat as soon as I wake up. So I'm not much now. Like I said, occasionally for supper, I will go. Like before I go to bed, I'll be like, fuck it, I'm gonna go get a couple sausage biscuits, or something like that. But largely, it's just too much. French toast, I fucking love French toast, but Jesus Christ, that stuff too. Pancakes, all crazy filling. Yeah, that's me, man. That's me. Serp says I don't usually do breakfast either. At work, I'll grab a croissant from the bakery, maybe. Yeah, croissants are pretty awesome. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Sometimes you got to make room for croissants. Oh, there's a restaurant called Cheddar's, a chain restaurant. They have some pretty decent food. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty decent food. But they have like like most restaurants will have like some sort of bread. I don't know how it is over there in Europe, but in America, you get free bread in just about every restaurant, and every restaurant will have some different version of that free bread. Like one place will have a fucking yeast roll, one place will have a rye roll, and this place called Cheddar's has these little miniature croissants that they put this honey butter over. Oh my holy God. They are so good. You could eat your weight in those fucking things. They're just so good. And they're small, so it makes you think like, oh, I'm not eating much. And then you've eaten like 4 or 5 of them and you're like, oh, wow. And my entree still isn't here. Kind of thing. But they're so good. Croissants. Yeah, I love croissants. There's nothing like a ham and Swiss fucking croissant, dude. Slice the croissant, toast it a little bit, chop up your ham, fry it, throw a piece of Swiss cheese over it so that it melts in the pan, and then you kind of scoop it all up, put it in between. Oh, maybe a little bit of mustard. I'm a big fan of mustard. I'm a big fan of mustard on a ham sandwich. Just enough to kind of cut off the sweetness of the ham and the croissant. Oh my God, that's a good sandwich. That is a good fucking sandwich. Good sandwich. All right, what are we doing here? So I checked the. I won't bother to go to the site. I did that earlier because I was curious to see what was still in the lead. And the one English. What is English mustard? Is that like Grey Poupon, like spicy? Because I kind of like that. Subway, another chain restaurant over here that makes hoagie sandwiches. I stopped going there because they stopped carrying. Has a little kick. Yeah. They had that at Subway, and I would always get on that on my hoagies, And I stopped going to Subway because mustard, which pissed me off. But then eventually they changed their pickles from where, there's two kind of sliced pickles for burgers and sandwiches. There's the thin fucking, smooth, just like you just sliced a pickle, a thin slice of a pickle to a little circle shape, the kind that you get on like a McDonald's hamburger. And then there's the crinkle cut crinkle cut pickles, which tend to be a little thicker, and oftentimes they have a little sweetness to them, and I do not like those at all. So, and my go-to every time I would go to Subway, it was a foot long, a 12-inch ham and American cheese with lettuce, spicy mustard, and a shitload of those pickles. And two of the key ingredients of my favorite fucking item at the restaurant, they over time were just like, yeah, we don't carry that anymore. And I was like, well, I guess I ain't eating here anymore. Fuck you guys. I'll go home, make my own goddamn sandwich. Take my ball and go home. But I checked the skin contest. The one I voted for is still in the lead. I think it's going to stay in the lead because it is the most revealing of the outfits. The motorcycle's still in the lead. That I chose, that I preferred. Of course, you have no idea which one it fucking was, because my dumb goober ass doesn't realize that you can't see it. I don't understand why you wouldn't be able to see it. I don't understand. I totally had no idea. Totally had no clue that I was just pointing stuff out and clicking on stuff, and you guys weren't seeing it at all. Serp says, oh man, they censored that comment. He said, I know the one that you vote for. I didn't vote for that one, but I knew the boobs would win. Let's see. He says, I don't like pickles. You don't like pickles? Really? Oh, pickles are so good. Which one did you vote for? Can you roughly describe it? Because there were a couple of other cool designs. I don't like what's in the second place right now. I don't know why the fuck people are voting for that one, because it's I don't know. It's like some kind of airy kind of goddess or something like that. She's got like, the outfit looks like it's like not actual feathers, but like it's reminiscent the way it hugs the body. It looks like feathers. The one with the long coat thing that was draping on the floor, is that the one that looks kind of Asian? Is that it's like maybe yellow and black? Is that the one? Because I think I know the one that you're talking about. Oh my god, excuse me, I burped again. Draped on the floor. Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about. It looks kind of it's got stockings and like gold flowers on the black kimono sort of thing. Because the only other one is the purplish one that looks very, very elfish. But those are both cool too. Those are both very cool too. I just, I went with my male instincts. I saw the pasties and I was like, That's what I'm voting for. I want to see if they've got enough nuts to make that one. I want to see. I want to see if they've got the balls to actually put that in the game. I'm sure that one dev, the one that doesn't speak English, you know, the one that wears the glasses, I'm sure that he was like, "Oh, they're going to vote for this one. They're going to vote. You know, they're going to. They probably got like office bets." Serp says, "If it wins, it'll be in." Yeah. I mean, you know, obviously they wouldn't. They'd have kind of be contractually obligated, I would imagine, to do so. But it's still, you're just like, wow, guys. I wonder how they do it. I wonder how they do it. You know, to the ones that we get to vote for. Do you reckon like the devs, they sit around with all those pictures and they all get to pick a couple and they're like making fun, going, "I knew you'd vote for that one. I knew you'd want that one." I think it was
Descendant.
what?
Confirm arrival at the operation
Okay, I
zone.
think I know which one you're talking
Proceed
about.
with caution.
That is true. Serp says it's no more revealing than some of the swimsuits anyway. That is true. That is true. That is true. The jiggle physics will be certainly at play in that one. Which I finally remembered to turn down the jiggle physics a little bit on my characters. I turned it. There's 4 settings, and you're standard. You're on like medium. There's strong, medium, weak, and none. And I went for weak, which still it's much more realistic kind of jiggle. Serp says, "LOL, I kept mine on strong." That just makes it seem like there's just water. They just got water balloons on their chest.
Detected signs of life inside a nearby arcade receptacle.
So is it? I saw they did a little short on the YouTube channel, the First Descendant YouTube channel, of the burger outfits.
Descendant.
Are those coming
Enemy
out
troops are being transferred in large numbers.
tomorrow?
You must attack their point of origin.
Or are they out already? I'm not really interested in those. I'm gonna be honest. I can't wait to see all the burger heads that people are gonna be wearing. Serp says I don't know. There was a date on it, but I don't remember it. You might buy it though. Well, you were rather enamored with the horse head, so. I'm gonna tell you right now, it looks like a pretty tasty fucking burger. I mean, I was checking it out, you know, watching the video, and I was like, God damn, that looks like a real fucking burger.
I am the original.
The patty is like juicy, and the fucking, it's crazy. Surf says, yeah, I'm looking forward to the shark onesie too. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not. I'll have it, but I doubt I'll ever have anybody wear it.
Extraction from Operation Zone initiated. Good work, Descendant.
No, that's not what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Haha. Serp says I'll get to use that ridiculously huge shark tail backpack. Yeah. That's the kind of shit that they give to Valby. You know what? Valby must be modeled on like one of the devs' fucking sisters or something, man, because they just absolutely refuse to put her in anything fucking sexy. They just absolutely refuse. It's like, we need to make a new outfit for Valby. Oh, okay. How about a stuffed shark onesie? Yes, let's do it. Hit my 1,000 for those, I believe. Because I did a couple of those Freyna missions before an hour or so ago before I logged on. And I see a few people out there watching. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, maybe you could, you know, I don't know, do something crazy like, I mean, just off the top of my head, maybe like and subscribe. That'd be pretty cool. You'd be a true rebel for you to do that. That'd be pretty awesome. We hit 450 yesterday. Somewhere in the midst of my last minute
Hound actual to all personnel.
ranting and raving.
Storm is intensifying. Conditions are unfavorable. Proceed with caution. Over.
So thank you to whoever that was. I wish YouTube was better at telling me who the people are. You know, when I get subscribers, but it's like 1 out of every dozen or so. They'll be like, "Hey, you got a new subscriber." It's like, "Oh, thanks for telling me." So I apologize that I don't know who you are. It's kind of annoying, really. And then you would think that I would be able to go to my subscriber list, but it's not accurate. It says that it does the newest ones, but I don't think it does. I don't think it does. I think it lies. It lies. How many cats left on my whirlwind, Serp says. Not many. Not many. 6. 6 more. About to make it 5. I'm about to make it 5 more. It is very close to another. Serp says, wow, nice.
The transport has dropped a wide-ranged shaping charge on the ground. We need it to purify the void energy. Prime the detonator with your RK, then hit the detonation device.
Hold on a second. My headphones are being a pain in the ass. Headphones are being a pain in the ass. There's two, you know, if you've got a PlayStation 5, you know that there's 2 ports in the back for USBs. And for some reason, one of them gets exceptionally hotter than the other. And if I put my headphones in that one, then they blink out and off and on a lot in the other one. So I switched it, hopefully, and I've got a fan pointed at the goddamn PlayStation again, which is so annoying that I have to do that. Fucking hardware. But you know what? I don't know. As much as it pains me to say this, I do not think that I will be getting a PlayStation 6. I believe my next stop will be a computer. A gaming computer, I believe, will be my next gaming device. I just don't like, you know, if I can't get, you know, it's nice. I'm not gonna lie, the PlayStation Store and the PlayStation Plus membership and all that shit. It's you know, it's lovely having all these free games for you know, essentially a relatively cheap price, you know. I mean, the PlayStation Plus membership, because I just have the Essential. I don't have either of the big ones. I just have the Essential. because that's all I really need. I'm not interested in fucking, you know, streaming a game or whatever the fuck they call that.
Great work out there.
Where, you know, you just play it, you don't download it, you just play it from their whatever it is. And I'm not interested in having access to the entire fucking library, you know. But if you just have the essential membership, then it pays for itself because you get 2 to 3, sometimes 4 games a month. And some of them are you know, AAA games. So it does pay for itself, but I don't like the fact that they're getting rid of physical media. Because if there's a game that I really want, that I'm a really big fan of, I'm gonna buy a physical copy of it. You know what I'm saying? If it's a game that I really like, I want to have it. I want to have a physical copy. You know, I do that with the wrestling games. I do that. I did that with Stellar Blade. I did it with Space Marines 2. You know, and I got the Uncharted games on fucking physical. You know, I've got quite a few. Not as many. I mean, if you look at my collection, because I still have all my games. I still have all my games from back in my PlayStation 1. I still have all of them. If you know, my collection as it goes from one PlayStation to PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 3, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. As you know, things like the PlayStation Plus membership and you know, buying shit on sale and stuff like that. And I hate to lose that. But if I can't have physical copies, then there's no reason, there's nothing tying me to the PlayStation anymore. You know? That there's no reason to not just go ahead and say, fuck it, I'm upgrading to a computer. I would love, you know, to get to use mods now, especially and particularly for the wrestling games, because the wrestling games, you have more control. They have mods to give you more control over the look of your characters, the body size, the muscle size, the hairstyles, the hair length. There's all kinds of extra shit that you can do that I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that. So yeah, the next thing I do will be, I believe it's going to be a gaming computer. I'll probably start out small with, like, you know, a pretty decent fucking laptop first. That'll probably be what I do. And then one day when I can actually afford, you know, a fucking gaming computer, I'll get one. But yeah, it's sad. It's sad because I've been a Sony whore for so fucking long. You know, I've been so loyal to that fucking company for so goddamn long, and they just don't give a shit. They just do not give a shit. They want you to be bound to them forever. They don't want you to have physical games. They want you to have subscriptions because they want you to be tied forever. Because see, if you buy physical games, then you might only buy one game a year. But with a subscription, you got to pay every month. Which you know, is their ultimate goal. Is to get as much money out of you as fucking possible. You know, fuck you. Can't we just have nice things? Can't you just be a company that makes fucking goddamn video games? Tell your shareholders to go fuck themselves. You know what I'm saying? We need to make more money. Well, that's too fucking bad. then sell your sell your shares and get the fuck out and go buy something else. Because we make video games. And that means we're going to have fucking physical copies. We're going to make little fucking cases for them. We're going to wrap them in cellophane. We're going to spend the money on goddamn cover art, and we're going to sell it to people. That's what we're going to do. And if you don't like that, if that's not been giving you enough money back on your fucking investment, then go invest in something fucking else. Go invest in something that is guaranteed, like, gold or something like that. But this is the way the industry is. This is how video games are. Don't be like, oh, my son really likes, being a billionaire, and like, my son really likes this video game, so I think I'm gonna buy some money in the company. Fuck you. Fuck you. Stay your ass out of it. If you don't know shit about video games, you have no business being a shareholder in a fucking video game company. No business whatsoever. None. That's my opinion on the matter. What do I need on the battle pass, by the way? Let's check that out real quick. Consume some copper shards, interact with a void vessel, okay. Do some fire, okay. And then over here, accumulate damage with general rounds. Breach tracking. That one's got delay written all over it. Ha! Good morning, Harris. Harris says, if you smell what the rock is cooking, what's up, C? Oh, just doing our thing. Doing the thing. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and switch to Blade. Sitting right in the path of the fan. I can hear it. And it's bothering me. So let's turn that fan a little bit that way. There we go. That's better. That's better. Did you vote in the skin contest yet, Harris? Says, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? You don't know if you voted? Or you don't know if you're gonna vote? Eric said, I just want to play the game. Alright, well, I mean, that's fair. Oh, that'd be cool. Harris says, I want skin like Wonder Woman for Serena. That's it. That'd be cool. Like a collaboration with DC Comics would be pretty badass. Okay. Now I can get the modules pretty easy. I don't think I have enough. Nope, not yet. Not yet. Oh, we had somebody quit last night at work. Walked out in the middle of shift. It was a girl though, so no big loss. I've worked with a lot of women in restaurants before. You know, some of them in the kitchen. And I've never worked with a single one that could hang. Not a single one ever at any point in time. Good morning, Rick. He says a server. Yeah, you know, like a waitress, a server. They don't like being called waiters and waitresses. The industry term is server now. But yeah, I've never worked, not with one single fucking girl, woman, female that could hang in a kitchen. Not a one. I've worked with many of many different types, and they cannot do it. They don't have the upper body strength to pick up the amounts of shit that you have to pick up often. You know, the heavy shit, like big, huge fucking cases of oil or fucking a big, huge metal fucking sheet tray pan full of goddamn fucking food. They can't lift heavy shit. They can't handle the heat. Just bottom line, they just can't handle the heat. And I knew when they hired this one after the first night, because I have an amazing sense of who's going to make it and who's not, and I can tell you within a day whether or not somebody's going to be worth a shit. managers are always like, let's give them a chance to get used to it. And I'm like, you're seeing them at the peak of their ability right now. That's it. That's as good as they're ever going to get. Trust me. Fire them now. Well, let's give them a chance. Okay. Okay, let's give them a chance. And what happens? I'm always right. What? I can only buy one more. I never noticed that it was limited. Well, I can get some of these, I guess. One. Yay. Well, that's some bullshit. One. What kind of crap is that? That shit better reset. Well, let's do our one dice. Our one dice. Okay. Okay. All right then. All right then. I guess we can get the last two of these. I just have no need. I have no need for these. I don't need these. Rick says, I haven't played. Did I miss the Wall Crasher? Oh, I missed the Wall Crasher. Because I was fucking around with other shit. It's too late. I know. It's too late. Yep, I miss it. Yep. Oh well. Oh well, there'll be another one. Rick says he hasn't played the dice game yet. It's pretty cool. You get some pretty good rewards out of it this time around. I've gotten a fuck ton of buffs. Dude, look at all these fucking experience fucking things that I've gotten from it. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous how much shit I've gotten from it. I still got one of these. I got two of them. I assume everybody got two of them. I used one of them on the green hat spawn, and I'm not sure what I should use the other one on. I'm not sure. I'm tempted to do this one, the blue snake, or the gift unwrapping. But I don't know which one of those that I want the most. This one would be cool for around Christmas. You know, especially for thumbnails and shit. But the arcane snakes intrigues me. Do you? Rick says he has them. Well, I might have to take a look at yours sometime so I can choose between them. He says I can. Oh, sorry. He says I can show you how it looks like. Yeah. Ah, good morning, Jamil. Glad to see you back, sir. I hope you're having a good day today. We go here, and we'll go here, and we'll knock out the 400 I need with fire. Thank you. Jamel says, yeah, you too. On your second account, Rick says I finished coloring my swimsuits. On all three accounts. Oh shit. Did you vote for the new skin, Rick? Or in the skin contest? Where you're going to? There's some pretty cool designs. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, some of them are pretty cool. Okay. Alright, that's fair. Rick says I would like to be surprised. So far, the skin that I voted for and the motorcycle I voted for are in the lead. I'm kind of tickled about that. Jamel says, man, I only have 10 slots. 10 slots for what? Well, they're not that expensive. And sometimes you can get them from ETA. Good morning, Nemo. How's it going, man? And everybody's showing up today. Of course, it would have to be on a day when I have to leave early. Of course. The character slots are only like, aren't they just like 150, 125 or something like that? I can't wait for that day, Nemo. Miss Rick says I'm too cheap to buy them. Ah, that sucks, dude. Jamel says in my country, 10 of our dollars to $1 on PS. Oh, that sucks, dude. And Rick says, I don't buy what I can get for free. I know you were bitching at me the other day because I said I was going to buy Raven. But without a doubt, I'm buying Raven. I'm not wasting any time. I'm getting her, just blam. Dropping the cash. I want to start upgrading her as soon as I can when she comes out. The new female character that's coming out next month, Raven. Seems as if her story is tied to Viessa, which makes her even more interesting to me. I think she's supposed to be like gun focused, shotgun focused. So we'll see. She looks amazing. Rick says Viessa's mom. I don't think so. I have three theories. There's like this the super good one. That's like she's like her long lost sister or something. So that's probably not going to be it. It's probably not going to be something wholesome like being her sister. I just don't see that as possible. Most likely, she's either going to be because Viessa used to be a smuggler. She used to be a criminal. So she's either somebody who was like part of her organization, part of her crew, or she's somebody who had somebody she cared about somehow get killed as a result of shit that Viessa was doing. I think it's going to be one of those three. That's what I think. So she's either going to be her sister, she's either going to be part of her old crew, or she's going to be somebody who was somehow a victim of her criminal actions. That's what I'm guessing. I'd like for her to be her sister, but I mean, come on. We know it's not going to be happy like that. Look at every other character in this game. Yeah, revenge. Jamel says revenge. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that maybe somebody got hurt or killed. See, Nemo says 50 caliber each. No, they're not that expensive, but if you don't want to purchase, be patient and wait. You can also try selling ancestor mods for in-game caliber. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. You can make some decent money off that.
Welcome. You're here for modules, right?
And how's that looking now? Breach tracking. All right, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's get that done. Yeah, I think I can do it. We'll give it a shot. If I fail, it'll be all right. Rick says VS is calm, cool, collected. Jamel says yes, VS is very cool. And Nemo said she is now, but she had to grow up. Raven is from her wild and reckless days. That's a good point. That's a good point, Nemo. Nemo says, yeah, there will be some traumatic backstory, but I think not revenge because she is a descendant after all. Yeah, but Jeremy was a descendant too. So it's not like they can't be evil. Rick says, I'm still waiting on my swimming pool. see. Nemo says, I think the revenge backstabbing part will actually come in season 5 when Daya, who's actually a clone, we all know this, gets reactivated by Eamon. I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them. If that family hasn't been through enough bullshit. And then Jamel says, man, your whirlwind is too OP. Mine's, you should talk to, like, Serp. Isn't yours, like, more powerful than mine? Isn't yours over 3 million DPS? Surf says if you go by that DPS number, yes, 3.3. Jamel says, hey, do you guys team up to play? Yeah, sometimes chat joins in. Oh, shit. Damn. All right, okay. I didn't, oh, okay. All right, let's see. Serp says, I could use some carries, to be honest. It's Jaber time. Yeah, I feel for you on that one. I certainly feel for you on that one. If I was able to, I would happily. Jaber for Onslaught is great, says Rick. I think, says Rick. Nemo says, Jaber boo. And you're not just playing Jaber, you're trying to max cat him, right, sir? I can solo the first Onslaught 1 with Viesa. Jamel says, anyone solo Onslaught. I found that out the hard way. I was going into the Onslaught 1 with another person, and they must have left like almost immediately, and I didn't realize it for like a couple minutes, and then I was like, wait a minute, I'm doing this by my fucking self. Where'd they go? Pizza with no cheese. Well, what's the point of eating pizza then? Seriously. Why would you do that? Why on earth would you do that to yourself? That's okay, yeah. Serp said, yeah, he gets his ultimate, so I figured he should get 60 cats beforehand so I can just implant them. Yeah, that's a good plan. Nemo says, I will revisit his alt version, or his ultimate version, but for now, I'm not wasting cats on him. Rick says, number 2 is kind of dicey. Yeah, the Onslaught 2 it's a little tricky. And Jamel says he chickened out. Yeah, whoever it was totally chickened out on me. I think they thought that they probably were upset that I wasn't powerful enough to just, run the whole thing in like 20 fucking seconds. That's probably what they were pissed off about. They saw that it was going to take time and were like, "Oh, fuck this." I would not be surprised if that was the reason. Because we were doing fine. I hadn't died. Nobody had died. We were doing fine. And then just all of a sudden they were gone.
Launching void
I
vessel
suppose
exploration
I could give them the benefit of the doubt and be like, maybe their power went out or some shit, or they lost connection. Jamel says he wanted to carry. Yeah, he probably did. And I mean, the strange thing is I would have been able to. Had he just stuck around.
data.
Oh, I don't need that one, but thank you. Back to Albion. Let's see. Rick says, me and my little brother were trolling other players the other day as Buff Nail. We were trying to buff other players in Axion. How's that a troll? I am confused. All right. Getting close to Wall Crasher, Tom. Getting close. So let's put on our Axion armor. Ah, okay. Not really fighting the enemy, just standing there and buffing the players. I see. Isn't that what support's supposed to do? Isn't that what they're, you're supposed to stand there and make everybody stronger and keep them healed? Do something else, dog. I'm gonna have to take you out of the picture if you don't do something different. Hose, dog. Or do that. Now, what are you doing, Viessa? God damn it. Be still. Just look straight ahead. There you go. Perfect. Ah, okay. Rick says the buff does not stack, so you don't need two people buffing you. That makes sense. We're gonna go do this.
Descendant, a large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area.
Where'd this person come from? I don't need a goddamn crutch. I can do this shit fine on my own.
Tactical objective. Please confirm.
You're gonna make me mad. You're gonna make me mad. You're gonna make me mad, and I'm gonna let you do the whole mission. You're gonna make me mad, and I'm gonna let you do the whole goddamn mission. Da-de-da-de-da. What's up, guys? Da-de-da-de-da. How you doing down there? Doing all right? That's good. What do you guys want? Get off me.
Descendant, Volga's comms traffic is increasing at your location. It looks like Legion of Breach troops have been deployed. Volga's special assault ship identified.
Yeah, I know.
Descendant, environmental data collection at the Axiom deposit has been completed. Please activate the stabilizer. Primary tactical objective confirmed. Search and destroy required.
Good lighting.
Descendant, a large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area.
guys got like. Oh, fuck you. Alright, one more time.
Descendant, a large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area. Multiplying. There must be a colony. Colony of breach creatures spotted inside the operation zone.
Ah! Fuck you guys.
Descendant, Volga's comms traffic is increasing at your location. It looks like Legion of breach troops have been deployed. Volga's special assault ship identified.
So this person here says where'd it go? That the Blood Queen, which is the one with the pasties, broke rules. How is that? If it broke the rules, why can you still vote on it? Why is it still in the contest? Because they did make us re-vote, right? So if they made us re-vote, wouldn't they have removed whatever was the offensive, the rule-breaking skin? You would think. I would think. Well, that was easy. Throne and Liberty is still going. That's crazy. I cannot believe Throne and Liberty still exists. That game is so fucking horrible. I mean, it's bad. It's bad. It's not a good game. Which is so sad because the fucking character designs are awesome. I've mentioned before, I was pretty much playing the first Descendant and Throne and Liberty roughly at the same time. I started them not that far apart, and I actually liked the overall character designs better in Throne and Liberty because they're more slender. I mean, you gotta admit one thing about the girls in the first Descendant game. They've all got some hips. You know what I'm saying? They've got some hips. And I kind of find a slender female frame more attractive. And Throne and Liberty had that. But the game was just dog shit. Dog shit. It was so bad. So bad. Alright, that's done. We're all good there. Got the shit over here. Oh, we got some E-Buster. Let's do that real quick. Let's see what we can get with the materials here for the E-Buster. I don't know what I need. Doesn't matter. I can't choose right now, so we'll just do that. Yes, I do need another one of these. And I think that's it. I believe so. What are you? Yeah, I've already got you. Rick says, I like all girls shape and size. Yeah, I mean, you know, I get that. I'm not quite that way. God, that game was so bad. It's like they literally tried to shove 10 pounds of shit into a 1 pound bag. It just tried. There was just too. Oh my God. Oh, there was just too much going on in that game, and I could barely make heads or tails of the fucking the farming system and the fucking crafting system. It was just too fucking much. And then on top of that, it was a broken fucking game. Like you would go to talk to somebody about a mission, and the words coming out of their mouth would be about a completely different fucking mission and wouldn't match the goddamn captions that were coming up either. It was just so horrible. For no real reason you could change into a dog. For no real reason you could change into a fucking bird. And these were just standard things, you know. Instead of running, you know, you had your regular speed. Instead of sprinting, I suppose you could say, they would turn into a fucking wolf, and that's how you ran faster, as a fucking wolf. And then you could turn into a bird instead of like floating on a fucking like in Neverness to Everness, where you hold that little cloud thing and you can float down to the ground when you're jumped from a high height. Well, and Throne and Liberty, you could change into a bird. It was just, none of it made sense. It was all just shit. It was all horrible. That's why after like 7 episodes, I think it was, I was like, yeah, I'm done with this game. I'm done with this game. I'm going to just stick with the first Descendant. And another thing that I liked about Throne and Liberty is that, you know, you got to name your own characters, and you got to create your own characters, and that always gives the game points in my mind, in my eyes, because I like, you know, having a unique character to everybody else. But in the end, this was just a more enjoyable game. It had a better loop. Overall, it performs better. It plays better. And I came to kind of like the character designs, as far as, you know, the female body that they choose to use. But yeah, in the beginning, I was like, I like Throne and Liberty more. And then I started playing it, and I was like, oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. It's shit. It's shit. So, as I mentioned, And as you regulars will know, every other Thursday, I have to go get my check and cash it. Because as I said at the beginning of the show, I work for one of the last places in the world that doesn't have direct deposit. So that means, unfortunately, I have to go ahead and do my closing spiel. Much as I hate it, we had a lot of people show up today, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you for that. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Everybody for being here. Let's see if I can go down the list of all the people. Thank you, Serp. Always a pleasure, gentlemen, to have you here on your days off. Thank you so much, sir. Harris, always a pleasure. Rick, same, always a pleasure. Jamel, I'm glad to see you back, man. I hope to see you more often. Nemo, it's been a while. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And I believe that was everybody. And for all you lurkers out there, and I know there were some of you, I could see the numbers going up and down. Thank you so much for being here. And for those of you who are watching this as a video, thank you for making it this far into the video. If any of you groups of people saw something here that you enjoyed, the gameplay, the camaraderie of the chat, maybe my witty banter, perhaps you could see your way clear to leave me a like, a comment, a share, or a subscribe. Any one of those things is immensely helpful for the channel, but you know this. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. Subscriptions are particularly important right now, though. We're kind of focusing on that as we strive towards the goal of 500 to unlock super chats and memberships. So anything that you can do to push us, one step further in that direction would be greatly appreciated. Also, if you should choose to support the channel in a different way, and this is totally optional, totally up to you, you will find links on my YouTube description page to my Ko-fi and my Patreon. Again, totally optional, totally up to you, but if you saw something here that you think might be worth $1 or $2, that would be the place to drop it, and it too would be greatly appreciated. While you're at all that, check out the rest of the shit on my channel. I've got over 1,500 videos, quickly approaching 1,600. All kinds of shit to entertain your eyeballs. I've got concerts that I've been to that were shot on a really good quality phone. The audios and visuals are top notch, and I was pretty close on a couple of those shows. So if you're into that handful of bands that I have thus far posted, I suggest you check them out, because they were pretty good shows. Pretty good shows. Also, I have original music that I write the lyrics to, and I feel like I have to stress that I write the lyrics 100%, and I give life to my songs through an AI app in the form of a 4-piece all-girl metal band called The Circle. You will currently find 10 albums on my channel right now of what I consider to be good quality music. I'm proud of what I've been able to accomplish, what I've turned my songs into, and I posted them because I want people to hear them. So they're only about 12 songs a piece, about 30 minutes a piece. So it's not a huge investment of your time to give one a try, and you never know, you may have found your new musical obsession. You may come back in like a day or two and be like, I need more music, Carbonor. When are you going to make more music? And I'll be like, Jesus Christ, calm down. Calm down. I'm working on it. Just give me time. It could very well go exactly like that. You don't know. Also, you can find the lovely ladies of the Circle every Wednesday night on Wicked Wednesday Night. That is the female division of my original character simulated wrestling federations. That's right. They're not just in a metal band. They're also professional wrestlers. Is that not the most badass thing you've ever heard? I think it's pretty badass. The men's division is every Monday for Monday Night Mania. And then I also have a female celebrity federation that's every Tuesday. That's Tuesday Night Download. I have a Marvel vs. DC Federation coming soon, and upgrades for the men's division and the female celebrity federation coming towards the end of the year. So keep an eye out for that. I have to get started on all that soon. Finish up the DC versus Marvel and get started on those. I got to get my ass in gear. On top of all that, I do daily live streams like you saw here today, where I play this wonderful game that we all love so much, the first Descendant. Sometimes chat joins in, and we go on some of the harder missions, or sometimes we just go farming for materials. Sometimes chat's just here to give me advice, and sometimes they're here to give me shit for the ways that I build my characters. But a fun time is had by all regardless, and we would absolutely love for you to be a part of it. We have a really fucking awesome community of fucking dudes that show up on a pretty regular basis. And, you know, we just hang out and talk about the things that we love. Play a game that we like. Is that so wrong? Is that so... I don't think so. I think it's perfectly cool. So... Oh, shit. Hold on. I'm putting my shirt on. Okay. This has gone horribly awry. Horribly awry. Trying to put my shirt on kind of sneakily. I was trying to put my shirt on, you know, sneakily there, and it just pulled my headphones right off my head. They were literally inside my shirt. But yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. So if you see a pop up in your feed, don't be afraid to stop by and say, hey, we're pretty open group guys, and we won't bite you. So join in the fun. Also, every Friday between 8 and 11 p.m. I have Fall Guys Fortnite Friday, where I play Fall Guys and Fortnite. And much like with this game, I'm totally open to playing with chat, but only if you want to duo, trio, or squad against a general audience, general public, whichever one you want to call it. I just don't have the participation at that time of day to justify doing custom matches. Part of the fun of those games, Fall Guys and Fortnite, is just the unpredictability of such a massive amount of people playing at the same time. That's the whole fun of those games, the chaotic nature. And when you boil it down to just one or two or three people, it's just not fun. It's just not fun. On top of all that, I also have a shitload of playthroughs, all kinds of genres, all kinds of titles: horror, action, adventure, racing, roguelite, walking simulator, gotcha games. I've got a massive library of over 300 games that I played precious little of. So if there's something out there that you would like to see me play, you know what I'm saying? If there's something that you're just like, man, I'd love to see what he could do with this game, or how he would react to this game. Hey, throw it in the comments, and I will check my library. If it is in the library or it is free to play, bam, it will get bumped up to the top of the list to be rotated in after I finish the next one. It is just that easy to have impact and influence on the content produced by this channel. We are audience participation here at IAC. So just let me know. Just drop it in the comments. And because I know that's not enough, I know you need more. Because I can hear it. I can read your minds. You guys don't realize that, but I can totally fucking read your minds. I have more shit to give you. I'm also doing movie reviews now. You'll find 4 currently on my channel. Two versions of one and 3 others. Because they're in a state of flux because I wasn't really sure how I wanted to present them, how I wanted to format it. But I think I figured out how I'm going to do that now. So there's going to be some consistency to the ways they are presented. So keep an eye out for those. It's not going to be an every week thing. I'm not going to go see movies that, you know, that I don't want to see just to review it, because that would be like, yeah, I didn't want to see this. It sucked. You know what I'm saying? And you'd be like, hey, go see this heartfelt fucking chick flick, and I'll be like, no, I don't want to go see that. I don't want to go see that. So everything's going to be within like my wheelhouse. You know, it's going to be sci-fi, horror, comic book related stuff, things like that when those pop up. So, but yes, that's something else I'm doing now. It's, you never know. You never know what's going to come out of this channel. I'm constantly fucking trying new stuff, trying to appease and entertain y'all. And everything I do is right here on this very channel. You don't have to subscribe to a half a dozen fucking different channels. You don't have to go to Kick, you don't have to go to Twitch, you don't have to go to X, you don't have to go to Instagram or Facebook or any of that other bullshit. You just right here. It's all right here. Convenient. Now I do have Discords. But like there's nobody on them but me, so don't even sweat that. Because I don't really know what to do with my Discords, to be honest with you. The ones for the wrestling are pretty interesting because you can go and see the original characters and when they debuted, what game they debuted on, how many times they've held this title or that title. But I'm probably close to a year behind on updating it, so it's I got to get to work on that too. It's just a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit. I got a lot of plates spinning on those little sticks. And sometimes a plate falls down. But anyway, thank you once again, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, cats and kittens, boys and girls. Thank you once again. Your continued support for me and this channel and my attempts to make it into something bigger is it means the fucking world to me, guys. I can't thank you enough. I can't explain to you how it makes me feel when you guys are just chatting with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's an odd feeling, but it's like that's awesome. That's awesome. It's really awesome that you guys are interacting with each other without me fucking doing anything or saying anything. That I don't know. It just makes it warms my heart. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's awesome. I don't know. I'm being goofy now, I guess. But anyway, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. And until next time, later.